Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 20. Yes, and for our community, this is a very exciting episode because it's Cricut Day, right? And I'm so blessed to have with us a very amazing crafter from the other side of the world from where I am. All right. So again, Vlogmas Day 20 is about Cricut tips and updates that will be shared to us by Glenda's Creative Place's very own Glenda Kanoudi. Glenda has been crafting in one way or the other her whole life. Her mother used to tell people that Glenda came out of the womb crafting, right? So Glenda has been a huge Cricut fan since she got her very first machine on the first day the machine was actually publicly released. And she has been cricketing ever since. Over the years, she has taught many hundreds of aspiring crafters how to use their Cricut machines, teaching both online as well as in person at Michael's pre-pandemic. At one point, Glenda was even handpicked to appear in a Cricut infomercial for a legacy Cricut machine alongside few other crafters. She has also done a lot of research on how doing creative things helps your brain, my brain, feel happy and even helps to mitigate pain. She has a full playlist about this on her Glenda's Creative Place Facebook page. She also has a community, amazing one with many crafters in it with many different disabilities, and they've all found an inclusive and loving home there. In fact, Glenda allows all her VIP customers to use her Zoom to get together and craft with one another with her or even without her whenever they want. So after having to close her scrapbook store, which we will talk about in a little bit, Glenda found and fell in love with the products from close to my heart, which she will also talk about later on. She joined the company as a consultant or maker over 8 years ago and now has a team of people under her. Glenda is currently planning on going live on her YouTube and Facebook channels on a regular basis after the first of the year. So You see, we have an amazing, amazing guest, and I know that you are so excited to actually meet her. So, first time on Mommy Guide Inc., let's all welcome Glenda Kanoudi. Hi, Glenda.
Well, hi, Lala. Thank you for having me. Hi, everybody out in the chat. It's so good to see all your beautiful faces, even though I
Exactly.
can't see your faces, but I know that you're all beautiful because I'm guessing a lot of you are crafters or live streamers, and they're
Thank
all
you.
beautiful people.
Thank you, Glenda, for being here. And of course, thank you so much, Jason Anak, for the super chat. Such a very early, okay, from the beginning. Thank you so much. And of course, as we said in the intro, Glenda, you have a very amazing community, and they are here on the chat, right? So there's Bobby. Hi, Bobby. Okay, Bobby says, hi, Jenny. Janice, and also Bobby also it says hello from Cloudcroft, New Mexico. Wow, thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Yes, and
You
Judy
should see
also is here
pictures.
saying hi to everyone. Yes, of course, Glenda in the chat. Peggy, Peggy's Profitable Pieces is also here. And everybody's saying hi to everybody. And Janice is
There's
from
Janice.
Kentucky. Yes, and she's
Yep.
saying hi to Judy and David. Thank you so much for being here, ladies, guys. Thank you so, so much. Of
Really.
course, Jason. Thank you, Anak. And my dear moderator daughter, Super Floop, saying good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone wherever you are in the world. Again, Jason, thank you for the super chat, Anak. Okay, hi there, Glenda. Yes, Glenda. And we have Enda Trading. Hello from Ireland. Hi, Enda Trading. Thank
Ooh.
you so much for dropping by. Yes, I think Enda is in our Ecam community, if I'm not mistaken. Right,
Oh,
Enda?
okay. I have
And
people in my community from Ireland.
oh
It's
wow,
so,
okay. Hi Lala and Glenda from Lab Shack Creative
oh,
Design Studio. Oh, this is Lynn.
you know, Lynn.
Oh,
This is Lynn.
hi, Lynn. I miss you, Lynn. I hope to have Lynn here also in the show. All right, so Glenda, I know that people really, really want to know, how did you actually start crafting? I mentioned since like your mom used to say you've been crafting since you were in the womb. Okay, so eventually from there, how did it all start for you?
I was just always a creative child. I also did theater, singing, dancing. I had
Wow.
ADHD, and my mother was smart enough to keep me really busy. So I always had been crafting. And after I took early retirement from AT&T, um, was my lifetime job, I had a big career there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I eventually opened a scrapbook store online.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of fun. I was helping people from all over the world, but I was doing all of it. The
Mm-hmm.
billing, the worst was the shipping, especially international.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to do a lot of tricks like if they were okay with it, I'd say, let me take off all the excess packaging. And then I'd wrap things with saran wrap so that their weight would be so much less. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of work to do it, but I did it because they meant a lot to me. So that's kind of how it started as far as like a career in
Mm-hmm.
crafting. And then that stopped when I had a really, really horrific medical issue, and some medical mistakes were made on me. And I
Mm-hmm.
lost my hand. They cut my ulnar nerve, which is what gives you your fine motor control in your hand. They cut
Uh-huh.
my right arm ulnar nerve, so my hand was like a claw, like that, for a long
Oh.
time. And I had to finally have surgery to get it out of there. And I only got about 50% of it back, and that's all it'll ever be. So I had to go and learn how to craft all over again, which is why I hate to hear somebody say, oh, I used to love to craft, but I
Mm-hmm.
just can't do it anymore because of my arthritis, because of my stroke, whatever it is. So I
Uh-huh.
love to encourage people to try to figure out a way. And I'm always happy to get on with people and try to figure out what they can do and what they might be able to do and go from there. It means a lot to
Oh,
me because of what I went through. It took me 2 years to come back to crafting, and
wow.
that was such a sad time for me.
That's
So
an
I don't want to see it.
inspiration, Glenda, right? So your
I don't want to
passion
see
and
other
love for
people.
crafting has kept you, you know, you really you really wanted to get better and you did. But as you said, it's not gonna be as like before. But that doesn't stop you from crafting. And now you have
No,
actually now you are an inspiration to many, right, that may have a certain, varying difficulties in terms of being able to craft a certain way, but it's still
right.
possible. So thank you, Glenda, for that
It's still
amazing
possible.
inspiration. And now that's your mission, right? So to
That is my
actually
mission.
encourage
You're
people
right.
to just keep on crafting. And crafting, like for me as well, Glenda, I think because as crafters, if we've been crafting for decades, so we use certain and we do certain movements that repetitive for so many years, eventually it
Yes.
really messes up our most of the time our wrist and our arms, right? So I actually am on that spectrum, so to speak. So I really needed to transition to, the help of digital and electronic crafting
Yes.
machines. Exactly. So that is
100%.
why our specific topic for this morning is all about cricket. And there's no better guest to have for that topic than Glenda because she has been there from the beginning, right, Glenda?
Since 2005, I think it was, when they released their very first machine to the public,
All right.
I was fascinated and it was like love at first sight, and it never stopped.
And it never stopped. And I think I know you could relate, people in the chat, right? So how it is like when you fall in love with crafting, we go all in, and it never stops. Right? So there you go. So Glenda, before we actually go into the tips, and the updates
Yes.
for Cricut, we specifically Cricut, okay. So let's just go back to the chat and say hi to those coming in. We have Roy. Hi, Roy of Tech
Oh,
Troublemaker.
hi, Roy.
Hi,
Hello,
Roy.
Roy.
All right. So Roy is gonna be going live. His live is every Wednesdays, 10 a.m. here in the Philippines, but in the US, it's 9 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes, Tuesday.
Okay. Good for
So
you,
hope you
Roy.
can
Good for
catch
you.
his show. Is a tech, but he's not really a troublemaker. But he's a
A
fun
little,
person.
but in a fun way. In a
Just a
fun way.
little. There you go. And we have Robin Jones. Hey there. No, you're okay. We're just starting, Robin. Thank you so much for joining. I know
And,
Robin probably is your part of your community as well. And we have
and
Yeth
look at
Art.
Marcus.
Yes.
Marcus is here too.
Hi, Yeth. And of course, we have our dear friend Marcus is supporting everybody. Thank you, my dear friend Marcus,
Marcus.
for being here. Yes. And hey,
Love him.
Marcus. Yes, we have an awesome, awesome community from all over the world. I thank you guys for always being here for me and whoever is our guest. And specifically now, it's Glenda, our dear friend. Okay, so Glenda, I know that over the years, thank you, Robin Jones, for subscribing. Yoo-hoo! All right, so Glenda, I know that Cricut has is a very vibrant, company who keeps on, coming up with updates and products to make our crafting journey even better. And there's so many, right? Specifically this year. So I know you guys want to know what's happening and stuff, but also I know that there will be probably, especially those watching on replay, who might just be beginners, right? So we will try
Yes.
to be as inclusive as we can. So Glenda will try to give, as many tips and updates as she can, both for those who's just beginning and those who are a little bit versed on Cricut. All right, so let's go, Glenda.
Okay. The first thing
Okay,
I want to do is give credit. I want to give
okay.
credit where credit is due to the
Mm-hmm.
CEO of Cricut. His name is Ashish Arora, and he's a friend of mine. I actually did an event for him when he came to Southern California. He
Wow.
has he has changed and turned that company around. He got a hold of it in such a way I can't even explain to you. But it's just he hires amazing people. He's brilliant, and they just keep innovating and coming up with more great things for us. They don't
Wow.
just sit stagnant on on their laurels, I guess. They don't
Mm-hmm.
do that. They keep getting more and more things, which I just love. Well, I wanted to say that first because I have huge, huge admiration for him.
Oh, oh, Glenda, hold on. Before we move
I
on.
see it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Marcus just gifted 5 memberships to those in the chat. Thank you, Marcus. My goodness. So, guys, all you need to
Wow.
do is to actually accept. So, Justin Mello's Music has become a member. Okay, so for those who are not yet members, you can just grab that membership gift from Marcus. Marcus, thank you so much for your generosity. Miss Mary has become a member. Thank you so much, Marcus. Again, I think 3 more. Okay,
I
Norman's
think he's got
Diary
him.
was also gifted one. Okay, and the Fine Art of Distraction. Thank you so much. Yes, Fine Art of Distraction, Glenda, is a dear friend. Okay, he's into acrylic pouring. He's an artist from Australia.
Do you know, I've
Right.
heard his name before. I think I heard his name on Gretchen's Images channel
Yes,
before.
exactly, Glenda. They're friends. They're in the same
Yes,
community of
yes,
acrylic
yes.
pouring.
I've been on there with him before. Yes, watching
Yes.
Gretchen. Yeah.
And Jason also, thank you so much, Marcus, for making this a super
Yeah.
awesome day for everybody because now they become members because of you. Thank you. All right. So now we're even more excited. Okay, so Glenda, let's
Yeah.
move on to some of the
Okay.
tips and updates.
Okay. I want to share my very
Oop. Okay, so we lost Glenda for a little bit. Okay, so while we're waiting for Glenda come back in, all right. So I just want to talk to everybody first in the chat. Hello, Mommy Guide, and to your guests. Hi, Miss Mary. Yes, please say hi to everybody from all over the world, specifically from Glenda's community who are so supportive of her. And of course, Mommy Guide Inc.'s supporters and community. Thank you so much, guys. We will not be where we are right now if not for all of you. All right, Glenda is coming back in. All right, and I know you guys know how it is, as live streamers. We do have tech issues every now and then, but we have Glenda back. Hi, Glenda.
I'm back.
All
Hello.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let's
I
do
want to
this.
talk about my very first tip that I teach over and over. And it
Mm-hmm.
is such a godsend. I'm going to go down and show you my Cricut. Let's see.
Okay, there you go.
Nope, that's not it.
Wow.
Nope, that's not it.
Wow.
Hold on.
Okay, yes.
I'm trying.
Don't forget to subscribe to Glenda as well. You can see all her
Oh,
links on the scrolling ticker down below. Okay, there you go.
well, I don't. There we go. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
So this might look like just a normal thing, but what I do, I
Mm-hmm.
teach people with intricate cuts, especially.
Mm-hmm.
There's a trick that I have used for years, and that is every one of these things that you're seeing here. This
Mm-hmm.
is the front of it. So instead of cutting it like normal, the
Uh-huh.
one I want to show, we are putting down, face down on the mat. So almost like HTV. And then
Okay.
you mirror it. And what happens is look how clean this cut looks from the front compared to the back. Because what happens is when your Cricut blade turns, it can move and it can make marks on your cardstock. I mean,
Okay.
this doesn't have a mark on it. Let's pull this one up. This is a
Oh,
little heart. These are borders, okay? Now
okay.
look, okay, there's the back.
All
Now
right.
here's the front. There we go. Okay, hold on,
We
Glenda.
lost you.
Glenda,
Okay. Forward,
I'm,
forward, Glenda. There you go.
there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is, and by the way, the funny thing is, close to my heart cardstock is two-sided. One side is the natural color.
Oh,
The other
yes,
side
yes. So
is
it's double
a
sided.
lighter color. Yeah, but it's not just double-sided. It's two different shades of the
Oh,
same
two
color.
shades, two tone. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So here's the front, not a nick, not a mark on it. Look at that really close.
Because
Now, look
it
at this
makes
little
sense,
tiny
Glenda,
one.
right? Because if you cut it from the back, whatever nicks it might happen along the way, it's gonna be at the back anyway, so you won't see it.
Yes.
That's a great tip.
Yep. This is my favorite tip. So you treat it, if you have an intricate cut, you
Uh-huh.
should treat it like HTV
All
and
right.
you will be so much happier. And you make sure you mirror also, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my
Mirror
favorite
and
tip.
then mirror the cut. Okay, intricate
Yes,
designs.
put it
Okay.
and use the setting for intricate cardstock. All you got to do is put intricate up
Oh,
there in the top, and it'll bring it up. Because there is
intricate
an
cards.
intricate cutting set. You'll get
Okay.
beautiful cuts.
See, I'm taking
Really
down
beautiful. I
notes,
mean, these
guys.
are
I don't
there
know.
you
I didn't
go.
know about this. I've been using Cricut also for a long time, but didn't know about this hack. Thank you so much,
No, this is
Glenda's community.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so that was my tip. Now, from 2005, I know I've gathered a few tips, and the gals in my community, some of them
Mm-hmm.
have been around a long time also. So let me tell you, from Bobby Ann Day, who's in the chat,
Uh-huh.
she says she makes sure that she uses a brayer every time when she puts material on her mat. She always
Oh.
brayers the material down,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which
that
is
one.
smart. That is very smart. Donna Kenny in Ireland says, make sure you're using a clean mat and a clean blade. So what she means is you take that blade housing out. You want
Mm-hmm.
me to show them?
Okay, okay.
Okay, let me.
Especially the cleaning of the mat. That's an issue I have all the time.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so for cleaning of the mat, my favorite tool, whoops, okay, is this. This is my favorite tool.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Cricut scraper.
Yes, and it
Place your
comes
mat
with
down,
the, yeah, when you buy it for the first time. Okay.
not the big one. They have a small
The
one.
small one, yeah.
This is the Big Daddy.
Yeah, you can buy it
Yes,
separately. There you go.
yes, this is a separate purchase. Just place it flat with nothing under it. Don't push too hard,
Okay, so
but keep
again,
going.
Glenda,
And
it
then,
has to be angled a little bit, right?
yeah, yeah, you have to angle this down and just keep going. And you'll feel it. It'll come. All these tiny little pieces are coming off all over my desk right now. Okay. So there they all are. They're everywhere. So that's the best way to clean your mat, to
Okay,
make it just from paper. Now, if
okay.
it's filthy, if it's a filthy mat,
Uh-huh.
get an alcohol-free baby wipe. That's the best thing to do first
Oh,
before you
alcohol
throw up
free.
your
Okay,
hands.
okay. Writing that down.
Alcohol-free, sensitive skin,
Alcohol
whatever you
free.
call it, you want that, okay?
So the thing
And
is
you
no
just
alcohol.
no alcohol. Alcohol's
Okay,
bad for your mats. It'll
okay.
remove the adhesive, because what happens is after you clean this with a baby wipe, you might be scared. If you shouldn't be, because
Uh-huh.
your adhesive will still come back. Now, if it's really horrendous, you can put it in the sink with some Dawn,
Uh-huh.
DAWN,
Okay. Or a
dishwashing
liquid
liquid.
dishwashing, yes.
No, try to find Dawn if you can. There's something in the Dawn dishwashing, not the
Oh,
power
okay.
wash Dawn, just regular. And
Yeah.
there's something in there that works so well. Wash it off good with like a microfiber towel, and
Microfiber.
put it to
Okay.
dry. Don't dry it yourself. Lay it to dry.
Okay, Glenda,
And that,
yes, can we have your face cam? Because I just
yep,
want to ask. There you go. So when you say clean the mat with Dawn dishwashing liquid, all right. So how do you actually clean? Do we soak it in water, or do we
no,
just,
no, no,
just like washing
no. What you're going to
dishes?
do is you're going to put a sink full of dish soap in there like you would wash dishes. Make sure your sink is really clean
Mm-hmm.
first, and then just put it in,
Mm-hmm.
and like this. Just try to scrub it down like this. You can
Uh-huh.
also bring your scraper if there's things that are stuck. They
Uh-huh.
might come unstuck if you couldn't get them off before. First, try to get everything off. This is
Wow.
for like filthy, dirty stuff.
Okay.
Like,
Glenda, this is gold for me. You know why? I have about 30 mats who are so filthy because during the pandemic, I volunteered to create thousands and thousands of face masks using my
oh,
all my
that's the
Cricut
worst.
machines. But
Material.
yes, the
It's the
acetate,
worst.
right? So it's like, oh my, it's so filthy. And I thought I couldn't make it
Yeah.
work anymore. So I just bought and bought a new one. So I will try this hack. Thank you so much,
Try it.
Glenda.
Try
All
it.
right. So
That's
what's the
from
next
Bobby.
one?
That's from Bobby.
Yes,
Okay.
Bobby.
So,
Thank
and
you,
then
Bobby. All right.
Bobby, and oh, no, wait, I'm wrong. This is from Donna Kenny in Ireland.
Okay.
So the other thing that we're talking about is your blade. So
Okay.
I have a good tip for the blade. I'm going to take it out. I took it
Mhm.
out. Don't be scared, people. You can open the clamp, take it out. Okay. And this is one of the tips in here. Let's see. Oh, this is also from Bobby. If you take a ball of aluminum foil, ball it up real tight, and then
Okay.
take your blade out, push your blade. Your blade has this little plunger on the top, and that's what it
Okay.
is. Push it out, not all the way, but a lot of the way, and then poke it into that ball of foil to help clean it out. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's a bad rumor that's been going around for years that putting it in aluminum foil sharpens your blade, and that is an absolute fallacy. That is not true.
Oh,
It will
okay.
not sharpen, but it cleans your blade. Okay?
Oh, I thought
Now,
it
the other
actually
thing,
sharpens it. I am one of those who actually believe that
no,
now. All
no,
right.
nope.
So
Okay.
no.
Now, the other thing is take your blade out,
Mm-hmm.
keep a hold of it, don't lose it. Try to blow in it first.
Okay.
And if that doesn't help, take some compressed air. I think I have some. Oh, here's some. Take
Okay.
a can of compressed air. You can get it from Amazon.
Oh
Okay,
yeah, the
just
one
a
you use
little
for
thing of
your
compressed.
keyboards, clean your computers.
Yeah,
Yes.
same thing, exactly.
Mm.
And give it a shot up here. The other thing is, while you're doing this, because I'm sure most people have never done this, open up your Cricut and give it a shot under those front rollers and try to aim it so it goes all the
Okay,
way out the
Glenda, can
back
we go
because,
over your
yep,
overhead cam
let's,
so they can
yep,
see?
let's go overhead.
All
Yep,
right.
let me see here.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
whoops, wrong guy.
It's
Sorry, that's
okay.
my
We
bad.
love it. Okay, there you go.
Okay,
Okay, so where are we
okay.
gonna do that?
So
Okay.
you're going to take the little straw thing that comes with it, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
put it on. And when you do that, let's see, there we go. Okay. I already did this today, but I'll do it again to show you guys. Let me see if I can angle my camera. That's better. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Watch. First you always shake these. Shake, 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 shake. Give it a
Okay.
good 10 to 15-second shake. Okay. Go under the rollers and aim it. If you look inside, you see that there is a slot open in the back. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
give it a shot straight through, and it'll often just send that stuff. It'll send little particles and stuff straight through.
Ah, so whatever
While
that
you're
stuff that,
here,
yeah, especially if we use
yes.
like fibrous paper, right? So this sometimes,
Oh,
yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
The other thing is while you're here, take a microfiber towel, wipe this one off. I'm not going to hold on, just this one. Don't wipe this one that way if you can
Uh-huh.
help it, because this is already oiled. Cricut has already oiled
Oh, okay.
this back
So just
bar.
that one in
And by the
front.
way, right, you can move this. Hello, just move it.
Really?
So
I
then you
thought
can
you
get under
can't.
it again. No, pick it up and move it, girl. Pick it
Okay.
up and move it.
So,
Get it out of your
Glenda, when
way
you
so
say
you can get it
clean,
clean.
clean the bar, the actual metal part, or just the rollers?
No, the front one, go ahead and just give it, shoot
Okay.
this under here and then use like a microfiber towel. You don't need any
Mm-hmm.
uh cleaner or anything. Just use a good microfiber towel. Now, if this one is horrifically dusty, the second one that's
Uh-huh.
got oil, you can use this here back there and that'll help it out.
All right.
Just
But
make
don't
sure you
touch
get it
those. The second
go out.
rollers, don't. Okay, got it.
Please don't use
Yes.
a towel on it because Cricut has it oiled perfectly.
Okay.
Okay. While you're here, by the way, hold on. Get yourself in your little cups, clean those out. I like to take one of these and I like to wrap a paper towel around my scraper. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then I put it in there after I put the
Oh.
air in
Yes,
there
your
and
your your Cricut Explore Air 2 still looks amazing. It's like brand
no, this
new.
is a maker. That's a
Oh, that's
maker
sorry.
3.
That's a Maker 3. Yeah, I see it
Yes.
now.
Believe
Maker
me, if
3.
it was an Explorer, it would be pink. I'm
Oh
still
yeah, yeah.
waiting. I keep telling Ashish, where's my pink Maker
Yeah.
3? Come on.
Sorry, because my
While you're
Maker
here,
my Explore Air is the same color. That's
oh, okay. Now, while you're here, clean that out.
oh yeah.
That little thing in here, you can
Wow.
clean that with
I
this.
never
And
thought of cleaning all of those,
nope,
Glenda. Thank you so much. It's like
nobody
I
does
only
that.
clean the
Just like a
bottom.
car.
Yeah.
just like a car, if you don't tune up your car,
Mhm.
eventually it's going to get clogged up and it's not going to function correctly for you.
Yes,
The
amazing.
Cricut is the same.
Okay. Okay, Glenda, before we
This,
move on to additional tips, if ever, okay, we
mhm.
have a question from Lynn. Lynn is Lab Shack Creative Design Studio and a dear friend of ours as well. Glenda, is that a date at the top of your mat?
That is a date. Oh, this is, oh, I forgot about this tip. She knows I do this. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So let me show you. Let me go back to my down cam again,
Uh-huh.
and I will show you why I do this. As a, whoops, I always keep kicking the wrong one. There we go.
Uh-huh.
As a creator who does a lot of different things, I I like to use certain blades and certain mats for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So this mat right now I've been using for paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put felt on this mat, for example.
Okay.
So what I do is when I get a new mat, this mat I just pulled out brand new this morning.
Uh-huh.
I put the date open 12/19/22, and I also put a piece of masking tape on it. And I do the same thing. And open to
Both
me
the
just means that's
cover
when I,
and the mat. Not
right.
just the
So I
cover.
put,
Okay.
no. Plus, that way I put the right cover facing the right direction, because if you
Oh
put it the other way
yeah.
around, it can pull your adhesive off.
Yes, and your
So
you know
put,
the dust or your handprints and all of those things wrong side. So this is a great tip. Okay, so you
yeah,
put
this is a
those
great
marks
tip.
and
Yes.
different. Oh, awesome.
And then if it's like felt or something like that, if
Mm-hmm.
I was, usually I felt I'd use a pink mat, but let's say I was using a green
Uh-uh.
mat, I would put felt or an F or something up there. If it's fabric, it gets an F of
Ah.
any kind of fabric,
Okay, so you
because
also
that
put a
leaves behind a
code.
lot worse stuff.
Okay, so
Yes.
a code plus the
Yeah.
date and both on the
Yep.
mat and the cover.
Yep.
Awesome. Oh
And
guys,
then
we
if I
have
can open this,
amazing
hold on.
amazing tips. Okay, oh there's some things more. Okay.
Okay. I have, let's see, I have not marked it in this one yet. I forgot to do it in this one. I have to do
Oh,
that. I usually have,
even the blades.
yeah, I do a different blade for glitter cardstock. I do a different blade for vinyl than I do paper.
Ah.
And I keep them marked in here. I usually have a little color coding in here, and I still haven't done it. I see. That's good. I need to do that.
Okay,
So
awesome. Thank you
that
for that.
keeps,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
I
that
use the
helps.
same, blade for everything.
No, you know why I do that? Because think about glitter cardstock.
Oh
You know
yeah.
you're going to get gunky stuff, right?
Yes,
So
yes,
why do I
true.
want to use that same blade? And
Mm-mm.
by the way, I'll tell you another trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not in this one, but I have several of the fine there. This is
Okay.
the same thing. Okay, here's the pink one that goes with the fabric. Okay,
Mm-mm.
but you can buy other regular gold ones and
Mm-mm.
silver ones. And a
Mm-mm.
lot of times I'll just keep them. I know the gold one is for vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even play with the blade. The blade is already in here. I just grab the thing and I change the fine blade housing.
Okay,
That's
correct.
just better how my brain works. It's
Uh-huh.
better for me. Same thing. I love this, by the way. I am a deep cut blade user. I have a
Mm-hmm.
deep cut blade in my machine probably 80% of the time. And you can use this deep cut blade in your regular fine point housing, but
Uh-huh.
I like the deep point blade because I don't have to think about switching this little dinky thing. I just, right here, the blade, I don't
Yeah,
have to make sure I've got, because this is a different
exactly.
blade. You see the angle.
Yes.
It's very much angled for deeper
Yes,
cuts.
yes.
So I don't have to worry about, oh my
Okay.
God, do I have the right blade in there? It's always in there for me.
Uh-huh. So get
Always.
get the
And
one with the
luckily,
housing, just one, so that you can,
I love the
easily
housings.
change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm a big, I'm a big make it easy girl. That's
Yeah,
how I feel
absolutely.
about things.
Okay,
And I
yes,
don't,
there you go.
especially after I had been ill and stuff,
Yes.
I
Thank
don't,
you, Glenda.
I,
I know, guys, that you
yeah,
have, if you've been, loving all these tips, show love. Okay, show some hearts in the chat. And Lynn is saying blade tip is the best. Yes, I've been very frustrated many times over, especially with certain materials, especially those that have a lot of fiber in them. But sometimes it's,
Yes,
it's the thing that I really need to use. I hate it. It's like my blade life, diminishes by like 50%. But, this hack, I
absolutely.
think probably might really help, to have a specific blade for specific types of projects. So that's an
Yep.
amazing, amazing tip. Thank you
Good.
so much.
Good.
And Lynn is
You're
also saying,
welcome.
I cut a lot of vinyl. So use my dip cut blade most of the time
Yep.
as
She
well.
does. She
Yes.
does too. She and I are twins on that.
Yes. I
Lynn and
hope,
I
Lynn,
are
that
of
we
the
can
same
have you
mind.
also here in the future. And probably both of you at the same time. Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. We're like
Okay,
twins
Glenda.
sometimes. We think the same way.
Exactly.
Okay, so
So
you want me to tell you another one?
okay, sure. And
I've
then
got one
probably
from
later
Peggy.
after that, we can do, updates also
Sure.
on
Okay.
this design
So
space.
let me tell
Okay.
you a couple quick ones from Peggy Lowry, who's an amazing, amazing crafter in my group.
Mm-hmm.
She says, duplicate your score line and attach so they will score up to 3 times to get a deeper score. I love that.
Duplicate the
And
score line.
and
Okay.
attach them all together. And so then it'll score 3 times. One of the
Okay.
things that Judy Barnes LaRue said is make sure if it's HTV or Infusional ink, please mirror. A lot of people put that on their
Oh
machine,
yeah.
and that's a really
Exactly.
smart thing to
I've
do.
made a mistake several times on that already.
Yeah, we've all done that. And then one of the
Yeah.
things I want to tell you, Lynn said was she used to get a lot of questions because she moderated for Melody Lane, our dear departed friend
Yeah.
who was a big Cricut. She said one of the biggest things she would get people were trying to figure out which thing was HTV iron on versus permanent or temporary vinyl. And so her thing that she used to tell them is that HTV iron on is not sticky on the back
Okay.
like we other things. The protective sheet is actually the other way around. The adhesive vinyl is sticky on the other side.
Okay.
So and if you want to know what it is, you can take the corner, take a weeding tool, and peel it back a little bit, and that'll really do it. It'll tell you. Um,
Ah.
yeah, it'll tell you what it
Awesome.
is
Those are
once you peel
super
that
awesome
corner.
and practical tips, Lynn. Thank you so much. Because that's one thing that it's like sometimes we have so much materials and vinyl stuff and all
Yeah.
of this. It's like, okay, so which one, especially if you have somebody who helps you, right? So it's
Oh,
like in
yeah.
my case, I have my nannies help me, and sometimes they also know how to use the machines already. So they make a mistake, instead of using the right material, they use the wrong one because again, they might seem very similar on the front, right? So that's a
Yeah, they
very
do.
great tip. Thank you, Kraja Joy TV, for being here as well. Mega love shout out po. Okay, Lynn. So I know those are amazing tips. Most of it I don't even know. I didn't know. So thank you so much. And I know that Cricut has always been doing a lot and a ton of updates, not just on the machines, but also on the design space. So for those who are newbies, what's
Yeah.
a design space? What is that one? Is that something you need to buy, Glenda?
No, as a matter of fact, here's another one of my good hints. If you happen to know that you're going to be lucky enough to be gifted a Cricut this holiday season,
Mm-hmm.
please go in and download the Design Space software. It's completely free to download. You do not have to have a Cricut to download it. So you can start learning before your Cricut gets there. And when your Cricut gets there and you get it opened up and started, you'll already be able to make something. So it's
Wow.
one of my huge things I tell everybody all the time. Design Space is
Free!
free.
Free!
Free.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so now once
And you
they've
don't have to
downloaded,
have the Cricut.
yes. Glenda, do you
Yep.
only have to have a certain, like, what if I'm a PC user? I'm a Mac user. Can I use the design space?
100%. It doesn't matter. You just download the correct one. It'll ask you what you
What
have,
if I
and you
don't have a
download the correct one.
computer? I only have an iPad or a phone.
Well, you can still do that. You can
Oh,
use your
wow.
iOS device or your Android to do that.
Wow. All right. So if this is not making you
I've got it on my
excited to
phone
get a
right here.
Cricut, Oh, there
Yeah,
you go.
mine's on
Glenda's
my phone
using a
right here.
phone, right? So this is
Yeah.
such an awesome, app that you can actually navigate through your Cricut just from your phone, your iPad, or even your computer. So whatever you have, it doesn't matter. It's gonna work. And Glenda is here to share some of the updates or some, on the design space this time. Okay, there you go.
Okay. So what I wanted to show everybody, let me get out of here because this is not the right file. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I want to go back to my canvas. Okay. And that's from this morning. Okay. Do I
Mm-hmm.
want to cancel the cut? Yes, I do. Okay. Hold on. All right. So what I wanted to show you is I'm going to, and by the way, up here, if you can see at the top, it used to say my projects. One of the updates they just did now shows the name of it is called my stuff. So it's not your projects anymore, it's your stuff.
Oh yes, before it said my project. So now it's
Yep.
cooler, right? So it says my stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this file because I want to talk to you about some of the features that happened late fall. And I think some of you probably know this, but I would like to go over them.
Okay.
Down below here on the very bottom right
Okay.
of your design space
Glenda,
screen.
I think can we like a
Yes.
little okay, hold on. Maybe it's me. Okay, I think it's we can't see the sides, so maybe they can
Let's
see
see.
the okay, there you go. That's better. All right.
Is it
Okay.
better?
Yeah, so they can see the okay, the instructions. Okay, better.
Okay,
Thank
hold on. Let
you.
me see. Can I move it over that
Okay.
way there? I think that's probably better. Okay. So down below at the very bottom, you've got certain features: slice, combine, attach, flatten, and contour. This whole situation here used to be just slice and weld and all of that. It was
Uh-huh.
through a huge update, and I want to show you some of the things that happened. I'm going to take a circle. I'm going to grab that little thing right there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to
Flower.
select those two.
Okay.
No, not that. I want just these two. Come on. There we go. And I'm going to go down now. Now do you see all my menus except contour are
Okay,
lit up?
Glenda, because
I'm going to,
your cam is on top of it, so can we move your face cam to the other side? No, 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 not that.
I'll just
Just
move.
on the scene, on the scene. So we have your
Oh.
yeah, just the scene. Okay, so now your face cam, your circle, you on the lower right. So can we move it to the lower left?
Oh, yes. We need to move that. Yes.
Yes,
Hold on.
because that's covering the. Okay,
Right.
hold
I'm
on,
trying
guys.
to,
We got you covered. We're gonna
I
so that you
think I
can
can't,
see the
it's not
instruction.
moving.
Okay, it's okay. So maybe it's locked. The scene is locked.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's exactly right. We did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so once the
Lock,
scene is
unlock
unlocked,
it.
you can move yourself. Okay, not that one, the other one. Okay,
Hold on.
all right.
Oh man, I really did it now. See, this is what
Oh no,
happens.
no, no! You got this. You got
Hold
this.
on.
So Glenda is actually just fixing the scene so that you guys can actually see okay this update this is an amazing update on the design space, right? So we just want you to see exactly where that slice weld stuff, especially for those who are beginners, where you can actually find it, right? So hold on, we will get you covered. And of course we have Tina Kenobi, who's also a proud Cricut owner. Okay, good morning, Tians. She had an amazing live stream last night. She had this amazing guest, part of our community, Whimsical Thoughts, and they went over acrylic painting. And I never knew that there were so many techniques that we can actually use for mixed media that were actually really used by mostly acrylic artists. So if you want to get to know how to do all these things, head on to Tina One Kenobi's channel and look for that video last night. Okay, just a few hours back. All right, so we have Glenda back. All right, hi Glenda,
So,
yay!
hello. Okay,
All
is it
right,
good?
there you go. Now we can see it.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. So now I want to go down to this combine menu.
Mm-hmm.
I have those two things selected. Now there is a whole bunch of stuff in here now. It used to just be like weld and all of that. Now we have something called Unite, and I'm going to show you guys the best
Unite.
thing that I have. Yes, I have a little booklet here that I got from my friend Tanner Bell, who owns Makers Gonna Learn, which is a die cutting community where they have tons of die cuts they release every
Makers
month.
gotta
Plus,
learn. Is that on FB? Is that a website, Glenda?
it's a website. It's huge. They're huge on
Makers
YouTube.
gotta
They do
learn.
so
Okay.
much. Yeah, it's Makers and it's Gonna. It's
Ah,
not
gonna.
proper English. Gonna
Okay,
learn.
gonna learn.
And they
Okay.
do so much education. But he came out with a little booklet and it has the new descriptions of these functions. And what I
Mm-hmm.
love is I think they've done a better job on this than anybody's I've seen. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving credit to them because I'm using the definition in his book.
Mm-hmm.
Unite is this first one. We know what weld is. We've done weld. Weld brings
Mm-mm.
two things together, which is
Mm-mm.
a wonderful thing. However,
It's permanent.
once it's permanent. Yes.
Exactly.
Once you go a little bit further down, you can't go unweld something.
Mm-hmm.
So, what Unite does is it does basically the same thing. It joins multiple layers together to create one shape, just like weld, but it's reversible. So,
Yay!
okay. Yes, finally,
Finally.
right? Okay, so
Reversible.
let
Love
me
it.
let me do it this way. Okay,
Okay.
and I got to move some of these out of the way. I have too much stuff.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to put you in the front. Come to the front. You guys,
Okay.
I'm going to tell you as a Cricut user, please use your right clicking. It's so much faster than going up here and doing all that stuff.
Okay.
So right click, bring to the front. All right. Now, let me select. Actually, I want to move this over. Hold on. Let go. There you go.
Okay.
I want to move it
So
like that so
people
you can
might be
see. Okay.
thinking, okay, why are there so you can do this? You don't need to have like a very so if all the things that you need are on one mat, that's okay. Just make sure that you click on which
Oh,
one
yeah.
you are gonna
Yes,
edit.
my mat is a mess because I wanted to make this easy. Okay, now look what just
Yes.
happened. It just welded those two things together.
Yes.
Welded, but not really, because if it was welded, I'd be done. I couldn't do anything else. But guess what? Let's say I want to
So
make
this
this
one you said
flower bigger.
unite, not weld. Okay, unite.
This is Unite. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now I can touch this flower and
Okay.
I can make it bigger.
Ah.
And then go back and it's still united, but it's
Okay.
bigger. I can adjust these layers. That was never, I could adjust them as one, or like I just did, I can select up in the layers panel this flower and I can make it. I can rotate it. I can do whatever I want to do with this little flower. And it doesn't matter that it's united. And when I'm done, let's say I wanted to change that angle, it's still united. But I can still come back and do things to it. A year from now, I can do it. So I think this is amazing stuff.
Exactly.
That is one of my favorite new features. I love this. So let me show you. Some of them I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'll tell you what. No, there's one of them I don't like at all. I have not figured out what to do with it, quite truthfully. So let me select these two. And let's go back to that combine menu. Let's hit subtract. Okay. See what just happened? It cut the shape. It cut out the shape on top from the shape on the bottom.
Yeah,
How
before
cool is
it
that?
would take like several steps to be actually able to do that. Right?
Right.
Now it's just one
Absolutely.
click. Wow.
Isn't that cool? Now I'm going to undo that just because I want to
What again was
show you the next.
what's the command for that?
That's subtract. We went down here in the combine menu and we did subtract. I'll do it again.
Okay.
Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty?
Oh my goodness.
Now I'm telling you what Cricut has done here is these functions that they have added are the same kind of functions you see in a very high-end graphics program such as Adobe Illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting, and a lot of people who come from that background come and use Cricut and they get frustrated because they're like, where are the right commands? Well, now Cricut is trying to do an industry standard type of thing, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me show you intersect. I'm not the hugest fan of intersect, but here we go. So what that does is it makes a new shape out of, ready? Only the common space where the two selected shapes overlapped. I have, this is not my favorite, quite truthfully, but I'm sure eventually I'll see a good use for it, but I haven't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that there's a reason it's there, and I'm sure that eventually somebody's going to show me a really good reason. I just haven't seen it yet. If anybody in the chat has, please tell me. Okay, so here's exclude. This cuts out
Exclude.
the overlapping area and it excludes the piece from the overlapping design. Here we go. So instead of the way it did it the other way, now it's doing it backwards almost from subtract.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the big new features in Combine, okay? Now, I'm going to show you something else that happened just recently. Actually, let's do this one. Okay,
Oh,
so
Christmas.
Cricut came out with something called editable images, and you can find them over here on your left side of your layers panel. They're now sitting between phrases and upload. So let's just click just to see what's going on here. Look at all of these. And by the way, when they first came out, because I'm always on beta, there was not that many, but now there's just a ton.
Okay,
So
so we probably
anything
don't
you
have
see,
this, guys, because this is beta. All right, so most of us are not part of this one.
but some of these have come out already. And let me show you something. If you ever want to be in beta, all you have to do is go up here and you go to your settings.
Okay.
Hold on, what happened? Let me go to my settings. Settings, Glenda there, settings. Okay. And you go in here. Do you see this? The application experience, beta or live. Now, there comes a responsibility, I want to tell you, with being a beta tester. And that responsibility is when something goes wrong, you need to make sure that Cricut knows that something didn't work. But you can switch back and forth between beta and live all the time. Let's say you don't have this feature and you really wanted to use it. You can switch to beta just for now, and then you can go right back. So that's a cool
Awesome.
trip.
Oh, I
I
love
should put
those
that in my tips.
monograms. I love those monograms.
Yes. Okay. So let's grab one. Let's grab one and throw it on.
Okay.
Oh, let's use this one. Let's use this one for Rich. Hold on. I want this one. We'll use this for our friend Rich Graham, who's part of our big live streaming family. Okay. So it'll come in here in a minute. Come on. Where'd you go?
Okay,
There it is. Woo, it's huge. Okay. Okay. So let me first downsize it because it's humongous. Okay. Let's get it teeny weeny here so we can actually work with it. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, they came in together. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We could do that. Let's say the bride's or the husband's name was Thompson.
Okay.
And the bride's name was Graham. Okay. So look what we can do. Hello.
Oh.
There you go.
Editable.
And you can,
that's what you meant. Now we can edit.
Right, right. Exactly. Like this one right up here. I love this little thing. I can go right in here and I can change my name. Well, it's not doing it right now for some silly reason. I don't know why, but I changed it last night when I was doing this. Oh, I think, oh, there you go. There it went. Okay. Yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay. So let's say that we want to change this to Lala. It has to go pink. You got to see it go pink. Hold on. Like that, maybe. There you go. I don't know why it's not working today. Here, there you go. Look. I'm going to put Lala right here. No, it's not going to work for me because I got rid of it. So you know what I'll do? If you screw it up, guess what you can always do, guys? You can always go in here and put your own text in there. Yes, you can always do that. And then you could drag it over. Undo? Okay. Pardon?
Can we do undo?
Yeah, we could do undo. Let's do that. That's probably faster. I'm always trying to work out why things happen.
Yeah,
I get,
exactly.
there you go. Okay. Okay. So, you know what? Maybe it's smarter if I go to the layers panel and do it there.
Oh
Okay, here it
yeah,
is.
it's
There
on
we
the
go.
right side,
Okay.
guys. Yes. Look for the
Okay. So I'm
Glenda.
just going to change it. Yep.
Oh, see many ways to do this, right? And we have super floop. Sometimes I forget when to mirror or not to mirror. Yes, they actually, my daughter helped me create some, person names for some things I was personalizing the other week, and they messed it up by not mirroring it. So we
Oh,
had to
yeah. Hey,
do it
we've all done it.
again. Exactly. And we have sprinkle with cards. Good
Trust
morning,
me.
Miss Elle. There you go. Oh, there. It's
There
Lala
we go.
now.
There's Lala now.
Ta-da!
Yep. Yep. There you go.
Okay, so this
And so this,
function
for
is called
example,
editable image. So you can find it
yes,
in the combined
look over
still.
here.
Ah, no, no,
Yeah.
not combined.
No, not in the combined. No, no. It's
No.
over here on your left side, and
Okay.
it's above uploads and below phrases. You guys know
Okay.
about phrases, right? Have you seen these?
No.
Let's say you
Sorry.
just want to look for a phrase. Let's say you just want
Oh,
to look
not
for a
image, but
phrase. Hold
phrase.
on.
Oh, cool.
This is just cool as holy heck. It's just
Wow.
phrases. So you don't want to just look just for. Now look, right? Look, see this one? I'm the hungry one. You
Uh-huh.
could change that hungry. I can see it right now that it's an editable image. Look at this soccer ball right here next to it. You could
Uh-huh.
change this one. You could put this on your mat and put the team name on there. So keep your eye out. Here's
Amazing.
home. Home is where the dog is. You could change that. There's so many, but it's not just, this is not just editable images here. This is just phrases. But there's a, here, look, it's a grandma thing.
Aw.
As I'm going to be a grandma again in June, and we're having our first girl in our family, so we're so excited.
Wow. Congratulations.
I know.
Marcus says,
Thank you.
mirror, mirror on the wall. Yes,
You know what?
Marcus.
Do you know how many people have? You know how many people have a sticker on their Cricut machine that's? And there's even funny things that people have made in design space, like a cute little thing looking out under a blanket that says, "Did you mirror?" There's lots of fun things you can put on there.
Yes,
It's
we
a good
really need
plan.
that,
If
reminder all the time, Marcus, because we often mess it up, promise, many times over.
Yep.
And it sucks when it's
But
like
look at
you're
this. This
really
is
in a rush and then you remember, you
yeah.
forgot that, oh no, or probably you're down to your last HTV and then, oh, you don't have enough anymore. All right.
Right.
So those
So I want
are,
to show you one more thing. I want to
okay,
show
one
you
more.
one more thing that, and I have not done a lot with it. I'll be quite truthfully, but I want to show you just, let's just put Lala here. Here we go. Okay. So there have been big changes in the font panel. Look, look, look. Now you can see everything so much better. Okay. And it shows you what it's going to look like in such a better way than those. Remember, it was little tiny. And so
Yes.
now you can see so much better. You can, I'm so happy. Look at this. So,
Especially
and you
for
can also, if
us
you didn't
when
know, you could,
yeah, we want everything big.
yeah. And well, look at me. I've lost 60% of the vision in my right eye.
Mm-mm.
And as a lot of crafters get older, this is
Yeah,
something that we face.
exactly,
And
exactly.
so I used to complain about this all the time. So this makes me happy. By the way, did you know you could bookmark your fonts, your favorite fonts? I'm not good at, I
Oh,
always download them, but you
yes,
can
because when
bookmark
we
them now.
click on the font, it always defaults back to, the Cricut, what do you call this font. Now you can actually, okay, do the favorites or bookmark
Or
them.
you can do your, and here's your system, which are like computer fonts and things you've gotten. Like, let's say you went to DeFont
Mm-hmm.
or Creative Fabrica or one of those places and bought some fonts. All those are installed in your system. Okay. So these
Okay.
are system fonts and you can bookmark them now, which is a
Ooh.
wonderful thing.
So
Here's your bookmark
when you
right there.
click
Just,
on your text or your font, then they become part of it. You don't need to go to the
yeah,
separate. Oh,
right.
that's
This is
nice.
how I used to do it. I used to download them and then I would just look at the downloaded ones, but now we have bookmarks. So That's an awesome
Oh,
thing.
another awesome, tip. Oh, Glenda, thank you
I
so
got one
much.
more quick one.
Okay. Oh,
I got
wow.
to show you.
Okay.
I want to talk to people. Calibrate your machine if you're going to do print and cut. This is copy paper. I calibrated my machine and
Yes,
I did
copy
it
paper.
purposely to cut out. Okay.
Yeah. Glenda,
Copy paper
can
is
we
not good.
transfer Glenda to your
Yeah, let's
face
do
cam?
that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yep. Hold
Yeah,
on.
so you're
Let me get
bigger.
back to my trying to get
Okay.
back to eCam.
Because that's a very nice tip. And I'm going to share to you something also, a tip I have, because I lost
Okay.
functionality on my print and cut.
Oh
But it's
boy.
still
Okay.
working.
So
It's
let
still
me get back
cutting,
to
but
my.
no longer a print and cut function. Because I messed it up big time.
Oh.
My Maker
Oh.
3.
Okay. I'm gonna close. Oh my God. No. I'm gonna
Yeah.
quit Design Space
I
because
even
we're done with Design
they
Space.
tried to help me, really. They were amazing. I had to
Oh,
send
they
in
are
several
amazing.
videos. Um Several videos. Okay, I show them what I was doing. Really, I had to take videos, and then I send it, and they send it back to me. Do this, do that, and then in the end, they said it's really nothing they can do anymore, because what happened? Because remember, I printed so many acrylic, face shields. I created a ton.
Oh.
And then probably sometimes, the mat is not sticky enough, and then it gets stuck. And some of the time it's not me using, it's my nannies. So I think they
Oh.
probably tugged
Right.
it too hard, right? So that sensor for the print and cut, which is
Oh,
so,
your
so
sensor.
tiny, so, so
Important
tiny,
and important.
it's gone. It's apparently it's no longer there. Therefore, I cannot do so. The sensor cannot find the
Oh.
registration marks anymore. So
Oh
careful,
my
right?
God.
When
That's
things get
awful.
stuck,
Yeah.
don't pull too hard. Don't try to do that. All right. So okay, so that's mine. Okay, Glenda, let's do this. Okay, so that one, the
Do
one
you
you
see
showed
me?
me. Yes, we see you.
Okay. 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 So I want to show you this.
Okay.
This is just crummy copy paper,
Okay.
but I calibrated my machine this morning before I printed it, and I got impatient down here and tore it off. And I purposely did it like this. Look
Uh-huh.
how perfect this cut. Look at around every single
Yeah.
little star on
And it's
there.
just on a copy
This is why we
paper.
and this is just copy paper. This is
Exactly.
why, there we go. This is why you calibrate your machine. And to calibrate, you just go up to those three lines. We call it the hamburger menu. And
Mm-hmm.
click there, and it'll bring you to a menu, and click on calibrate, and it will walk you right
Mm-mm.
through the
Exactly.
steps.
Now, Glenda,
And
question.
my biggest,
Yeah, about
yeah,
calibration. How often do we need
yeah.
to calibrate our machine?
Well, I'm going to tell you what they don't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I calibrate my machine every time before I print and cut, because
Okay.
I want it to be as perfect as it can be. Probably I do a little overkill on some of these things, but I like my stuff to look really good.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I know is if you move your machine at all, I
Mm-hmm.
mean just scoot it around on a different spot on your desk
Mm-hmm.
or any of that, you better calibrate it.
Ah,
That's
awesome.
very important. If you move that machine, you calibrate it, please. If you want
Calibration.
the best, and this was just print and cut, this was all this green paper in here.
Yeah.
And then I just stuck,
And
I
that's
was
just a
playing with the
copy
combined
paper,
features.
not even a cardstock.
Nope, nope. And what it does is it's reading, when you calibrate, for those of you that might be new, it reads these black lines inside
Yeah,
there
registration
are
marks.
embedded registration marks, and your sensor is reading that, which is why if Lala's sensor is bye-bye, that's why she can't do print and cut
Yes.
anymore,
Exactly. But it's
which is very sad.
again, I can still do the cuts, right? So I have to go for print and cut. I have to use my this Explore Air 2. But at least I have
Oh, you still have that. That's good.
yes.
Yeah,
So it's a
got a
good
backup
thing
machine.
I have the old one. But still, right? It would have been the
Hey, there's
Maker
nothing wrong with an
is
Explorer.
yeah, so much quieter, so much more powerful. I really,
Faster,
really love it.
faster.
Yes. And Tina is
I
saying
love the
that's
Maker.
clean. and I have not calibrated since I bought it. Oh, there, Tina. Now, my dear friend, we need to both of us calibrate. I think that's a very good advice from Glenda, right?
And
We need to
and I want
calibrate.
to say about your Explore Air, please don't look down on an Explore Air 2. It's a
Mm-hmm.
great machine.
Mm-mm.
If you're a person like me that wants to do everything, then no, it's not a good machine for me because I want all those blades. I want to deboss. I want to have a knife. I want
Uh-huh.
it all. But if you just want to cut paper, cardstock, vinyl, an Explorer Air 2 is a perfect machine for a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. You can
Okay.
always graduate later on to a maker if you decide that that's better for you. But give an Explorer Air, if you find what an amazing, I heard that people were finding them for $100 around Black Friday at Walmart. If you get an Explorer 2 for $100, honey, grab it and run out the door with it. It's a good
Exactly. I
machine,
would
very
too for
reliable.
$100. I would too.
Right,
Absolutely. And
very
Lynn,
reliable.
exactly. Lynn says I calibrate.
Reliable.
I calibrate also all the time. Yes, every time. Thank you so
Yeah,
much. That
I
is
told you
really yes.
Lynn and Lynn and I are twins of thought for Cricut most of the time. We most of the time agree on everything with Cricut.
Glenda, thank you so much for all those amazing tips and
You're
updates. And
welcome.
guys, it
You're
keeps
welcome.
on. There's always something that's new. And if you want to, be updated with this, Glenda has an amazing community, right? So as you can see, they're all
I
in the
do.
chat right now. Some of them are in the chat. Guys, there's a scrolling ticker going on all of our scenes. Those are Glenda's social media links and even her website. And it's also on the description, a clickable link on the description of this actual video. So if you want to, ask a question or join their community, it's all of it is there. Now, this is not okay. Glenda is not just into Cricut. Okay, she also actually is a maker and part of uh again, I forgot the
Close to my
name.
heart.
Close to my
Close to
heart,
my heart.
CTMH,
Close to my heart.
close to my heart community. And so, what is close to my heart, Glenda?
Close to my heart is a paper crafting company, mostly paper crafting, and with a big emphasis on stamping and die cutting, etc.
Mm-mm.
They have all of their inks, all of their papers, re-inkers, all they have amazing like 42 colors, and they all match together. So your paper will match your ink perfectly. And the one thing about their paper, as I said before, the cardstock is double-sided with two shades of the same color on it. So it's like having two pieces in one, which is kind of an amazing thing. I have a team of people under me and close to my heart. It is a
Mm-hmm.
direct marketing company. And I found such an amazing home there after I was so hurt and couldn't do those things. After I told you I was damaged and hurt
Mm-hmm.
my hand and all that, I could not think about doing all those things I used to do for shipping people and all of that. I just couldn't do it. So, Close to My Heart does all the heavy lifting for you. They give you a website where people can shop. They do all the billing. They collect the credit cards, so you don't have to do that, which is a whole nother thank you. That's a whole nother thing, believe me. You have to have a whole thing with your bank and all of that. And they do all the shipping. So it's wonderful. And I am only allowed to sell to people in the United States. Unfortunately, I hate that because I
Mm-hmm.
used to have so many international customers. But I do have a lot of customers that are still international and they find a way through a friend, a family, or they have, I don't know, some kind of setup with certain UPS or
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who it is, where they have an address here in the United States and then I can sell to them. But I want to say if you are a person who has stopped crafting,
Mm-hmm.
or please listen to me really hard, if you're a person who has stopped crafting, or you think you can't craft anymore because you've been injured, you'd have a stroke, you're forgetting things, whatever it is, you have
Mm-hmm.
arthritis, any of those things, please, if you miss crafting, please get a hold of me because myself and my community, by the way, will try to help you in every way we can to craft, because it is a scientific fact that when you do creative things,
Mm-hmm.
your your brain releases happy endorphins, and it blocks pain. For those of us that live in constant pain,
Mm-hmm.
it's a miracle. So please don't give up. I beg of you, don't do it, because there is a way. There are adaptive things that we can figure out to help you craft using an electronic machine. Hello, what a great thing that is. Electronic die cutting machines, which is a whole different thing where you
Mm-hmm.
use metal dies. There are things you can do. It's not paper and scissors anymore. We will help you figure it out. Please get a hold of me. The best way to get a hold of me like that, especially, is to contact me with my regular name, Glenda Kanoudi,
Mm-hmm.
and there's only one of me, trust me, on Messenger.
Okay.
Please, yeah,
All
please get a
right.
hold of me, because I would love to help you.
Thank
It's
you,
very important to
Glenda.
me.
Thank you. Yes, she is really that's again the mission or the why behind all of the things that she does. And of course, she also doesn't forget about the beginners, right? So not only those who are really into crafting for a long time, she also cares about the beginners.
Oh,
That's why she is going to
I
have
love
a
them.
beginners class this coming first quarter of the year. Maybe you can tell them about that, Glenda.
Yes, I am putting together a Cricut beginners course. I know at this time of year, so many people just either got a Cricut on Black Friday, or they may be getting it for Christmas. And so many people, when they are brand new, they might, I say might, take the Cricut out of the box, and then they just sit there and they're befuddled. And they can go here, they can go there, they can go everywhere on YouTube and find different videos, but none of it is cohesive.
Mm.
I'm going to do a course just for beginners, a cohesive course that takes you from getting your machine out of the box. Don't be afraid. People
Mm-hmm.
sometimes leave that machine in a box for years.
Oh my
Get
gosh,
that
I'm
out of
so
the
guilty
box.
of that, Glenda. I used
I know,
to.
so honey, you're not alone. You're not alone. Trust me on that. We're going to get that machine out of that box. We are going to register that machine. We're going to make sure, if you haven't done my other tip yet, and if you haven't got Design Space, we're going to download Design Space. We are going to go through all of the main parts of the screen. If you heard us talking fast about the screen, like down below on the bottom left with the combine, and on the
Mm.
left with, we're going to go through all of those things one by one. And we're going to do something with each one of them before we go on.
Oh,
And
amazing.
we're
So
going
that's
to
the
have
thing.
a Facebook.
So they
Yeah, we're
can
going to have a Facebook
practice,
group where you
right?
can ask questions. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so guys,
Yes,
watch
you'll
for
make
it.
projects for each
Yes,
thing.
I'm definitely gonna post that the minute it goes live in terms of we can already register for the class. I will definitely put that also in our community chat and of course post about it. So Glenda, this is happening in January or in February?
No, February,
Okay,
February. And
February.
if they want to make sure that they get notified about it also from you, but also from me, they can
Mm-hmm.
contact me on Messenger. Same thing, Glenda Kanoudi. Say, I'm interested in that course. And that's an international course. You don't have to live in the United States for that. You can live anywhere
Yay!
in the
All
world.
right. So from wherever
Yeah.
you are, so okay, the Filipinos actually for
Yeah.
here or abroad, wherever you are, you can join. Just go
Yes.
message Glenda on Messenger. That's Glenda Kanoudi. There, you can see her name, Glenda Kanoudi.
Yep.
That's how you spell her name. And she said, "There's
Yeah.
only one of her in the whole entire
Yeah.
universe." All right.
It's not my
Okay.
fault. I married into it. It's not my fault.
And then Tina said, "Okay, endorphins," and she said, "I get that from kissing."
Yes.
But now
Well,
you
that
can
too.
get
We
it
all
from
get that from kissing.
crafting.
Crafting does it. It's a scientific fact, Tina, I promise you.
All right, there you go. Again, Glenda, this has been such an amazing time with
It's
you.
been
I am
fun.
so grateful, my dear friend, that even though we're, on other sides of the world, like east to west, right? So we are able to do this.
Yeah.
Thank you, technology. Thank you, Ecam, right? So for being able to do this,
Yes.
right? Okay, with that, thank you
Yes.
so much,
Absolutely.
everybody. Glenda's community, our Filipino community, thank you so much for being here. And I hope that you really enjoyed this. And if you are coming on replay, also, I hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to like the button. Okay, hit that or smash that like button before you head on out. And subscribe to both me and Glenda for more awesome
Yes.
crafting stuff and
Quick thing.
updates. Yes.
I want to say I finally got my YouTube channel back up to over 1,000 subscribers, which doesn't sound like much to a lot of people, but I had lost because I was so inconsistent and sick for so long. I had
The
lost
watch
a huge
hours.
community. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would
Yes.
really appreciate that.
Okay. Yes. And okay, she has videos also there. So to move up those watch
Oh,
hours, please, okay, head on to those, videos
yes.
that she has. It's still very much, applicable. That's how crafting is, right? It's evergreen, right? So you can still get a lot
Evergreen.
of info and learn so many things from her videos out there. Again, okay, Lynn says, thank you, Glenda. And also Tina
Oh,
said, thank
and
you.
voila.
Thank you so much, everybody. And tomorrow is another Vlogmas day for me. So for day 21, Glenda, I'm going to have Betty. Okay, and we're going to talk about menopause. So don't worry if you're not
Oh, I
on
love
that
Betty.
stage
Oh,
yet, right? If you're not in the menopause stage
she's
yet,
awesome.
don't worry. But we do have probably friends or relatives who are in that stage, and it's very important information. So I hope you join me tomorrow also.
And if you're not in menopause yet, you will be, ladies, eventually.
Exactly.
And Betty has amazing information for you. I know Betty, and she is an incredible person. You will love her, everybody. I
Yes,
promise.
absolutely. We love her as well. She's also part of our community. We're all part of
Yep.
the live streaming pros accelerator growth group. Okay, and they're actually opening up next year in January, I
Oh,
think, or
yeah.
February. So if you guys want to join me and Glenda and our other friends there in the community, you're welcome to do so. I'm sure I will give you an update when it opens up, right? So again, thank you so
Yeah.
much for joining me, Glenda, for Vlogmas Day 20. And see you again tomorrow, guys, for Vlogmas Day 21 with Betty Vargas. Bye!
Bye, everybody.
And your amazing community. See you all tomorrow for Vlogmas 21. Bye!